to 598.
And that's the key.
Yes, and
That's
guess
the
what?
key to the whole thing.
Yeah, another trade happens.
Hey now, my last video on Eazy Bot created such a tremendous surge in signups that I had to do a follow-up, and I have a special guest with me who I think is perfect for my viewers. You are about to see exactly how a rules-defined bot has been created from the actual creator, and I would like to bring on Muhammad Ali, the CEO, founder, and creator of Eazy Bot. Hey Muhammad, how you doing?
Hey, Corey, I'm good. Thank you for having me here.
Excellent. So in doing some research for this video, I came to find that at one time you were using trading bots to a disastrous results, and you thought to yourself, there has to be another way. Is that true? Is that really what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly actually what happened last year during the big drop of the market between May and June.
You guys actually didn't reach out to me. I reached out to you. I saw some rumblings going on the internet. One of the things that people don't like is they don't like giving control of their money. And one of the great things about Eazy Bot is that it connects to the broker via API. So at no time does Eazy Bot have control over the funds. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was how you came about coming into this space and how you developed this bot.
So last year when we were using the other bot, actually before using the bot, I was in another program, but I didn't have the knowledge at that time. What parameters should I use? What numbers should I put into the bot to have the best performance? When the market started going down, however, in mid of May, and actually it stopped trading while before it reached to the 28,000. Like when it dropped down just 20% or so, it just stopped. And everyone was just stuck into the market. We didn't know what to do, including myself. So because of my knowledge of mathematics, I'm an engineering profession, by the way, electrical and electronics engineer. So I know a little bit of numbers. So I had to sit in my home office for like almost 4 weeks doing nothing, just only analyzing that bot and understanding how it works. Why did we get stuck? Is it because of the market? Is it because of us? Is it because of the bot? I came up with a new strategy at that time to in order to sustain more than 50% drop of the market for that specific bot. That was the time I reached out to a company that I knew in Belgium. I visited them personally a couple of years back and I reached out to the owner. They were working on softwares, mainly trading softwares for Forex. So in my mind, I thought that if they can do software for Forex, they can do maybe also for crypto. So I reached out to them. I gave them what I have, and they said it's the perfect time because they were in the process of making their own crypto trading bot. So we made a deal. We signed an NDA. So the guy gave me his developers. I started working with them. Just 1 week after I started working with them, I started being reached out by the people that I have supported, including Coach Ken, David, and the other team members. That was the time for me to know, okay, it's not only a bot now. Why don't we make it a little bit bigger? My agreement with that company was just to make for me the bot, and whatever profit comes in, we split it 50-50 between me and the owner of that company. But now I have more people around me. We need to make it bigger. We need to have many people getting use of this technology and using the right product. So now it's the time for us to expand. To expand, what do we need? We need funds, and we need to have a trade license. We need to have an offices. We need to have branding for our bot. We need to have a compensation plan side if we decided to go affiliate program way of marketing it. So I didn't have the funds. I didn't have the capital for at that time. But there were 3 people actually that I have supported along the way that have offered me that whenever you want to start any business, we want to be investors with you, because we just gained that kind of trust. I never met them in person, by the way, just on Zoom, supporting them to get unstuck on that situation without any getting any monetary value of that. So I reached out to them. I made a presentation to them about the full business. They agreed immediately, and they even transferred the money before they even signed official agreement of to have their names into the license. And I started working hard to get the offices, to get the license. I got everything. That was around last year, around end of the year, around November or December. Within that time, we had almost everything set up and ready. The bot was almost done. I started even testing the bot with a new strategy that I've implemented with around 30 people around the globe using different coins. Just wanted to test in a bigger scale. I was testing it myself since the beginning, but now we just need to test it in a bigger scale because now we're big. We're not anymore just a single bot. So people started using it. The market started doing whatever it had to do. It went down at that time. 2 weeks time, I asked everyone to put it in single to close. So they all closed. Even the market was down with a little bit of profit during that 2 weeks. So it just for me, it's not more of how much profit it makes. For me, it's I wanted to test the expansion of the business. That if we add more people into it, still it works the same way that it was working for me. Everything was perfect. Everyone was happy. Then we wanted to go to the next step around February, 24th of February, 2022. We had our grand opening. Actually, that was a pre-launch event here in Dubai in Address Hotel. So we met in person. I had my investors finally getting to the government and registered their names into the trade license and having their official shares into the company. And officially we launched on, if I'm not mistaken, on 16th of March. That's where people started buying the packages, and then everyone started trading by end of March. And from that time, the market still decided to do the same thing, just go down. So it started really going down deeper than the last year, even 70%, 80% for some coins. But guess what? The bot was still working exactly the way that we programmed it, the same logic. It was working fine. Everyone was happy. And so far, thanks God, everyone is so happy with the bot and with the strategies that we have implemented, because it came out of a struggle that everyone is facing into this market. And the market can do whatever it wants to do. We don't have a control on it, but we control the way we behave.
Yeah, it's really interesting because on my channel so far, I've taught over 70 trading systems. Your bot is on a parallel path to my channel, and it's basically a culmination of all the greatness of this trading system and that trading system, and putting it all together in terms of money management and repetitive of rules-based system that works over time and over different market conditions. And my audience is more of an advanced audience, I feel, more on the technical level. So I would love to see if we could get you to explain how the bot works from a technical programming perspective. Are you willing to do that for us?
Yes, sure, definitely. I'm always sharing it. I mean, whoever wants to learn. I would love actually all our customers, all the people that are using our system, to know how exactly the bot is working, and they can even follow it day by day. We have many people doing that to make sure that it works. Because let's get back to the principle of what's Eazy Bot. Eazy Bot is software. We're not a trading company. We don't trade for people. I mean, people decide to trade on their own. So since we have a default strategy, people need to know what exactly they are, how exactly this default strategy is trading for them. So yeah, I'm more than happy to do that.
Great. Let's go ahead and get the screen going. Now, everyone should know that you guys do weekly calls, so you actually go over what happened the previous week with specific examples and how the bot reacted to market action. So this is kind of like a preview of what you do on a weekly basis, which is completely open to everybody in the community.
Definitely.
Okay.
So yeah, let's get to, I'm just going to explain now the details of exactly how the current strategy is working. However, pro traders can change whatever they want on it. They can change all the parameters the way they feel comfortable, because I know that there are some traders that have a specific strategy in place that they want to follow that strategy. They can still just buy their time and program the bot the way they want to trade, and it's going to do. And if there is any request for any additional things that we could add to enhance for those traders, just they can reach out to us and to the support team, and we will definitely add that features if it's possible for us. So
excellent.
So I'm going to draw the market axis here. This is the price axis.
Okay.
Okay, this is the time axis. In the market of crypto, or any market, there are only three scenarios. Scenario number one, that the market goes up. Scenario number two, the market goes down. Scenario number three, the market goes sideways. However, in crypto, in a normal day, if it decided to go sideways, there is always a movement of plus or minus 1 to 5%. So if it goes sideways, actually it's going to go like this. Let me just draw this. Yeah, if it goes sideways, it's going to go like this, or like this down, but it's never going to go to be a straight line, especially in crypto. because you know the movement is quite high, and that what separates the crypto market from all the other markets, that it is very volatile market and moves up and down. In some special days it can go up to 20% up or 20% down, but we don't know when it's going to go up or down. There are indicators in the market, but it's very difficult to really get the accurate answer that the market's going up or going down. So this is the sideways for the crypto. If it side goes up, it's like this. If it decides to go down, it's like this. So let's take one by one. And just to give you an idea at the beginning is, Eazybot is not designed to read the candles. It's not designed to look at the news. Not designed to look at anything. It's just looking at the mathematics, just looking at the last price, and then compare the last price with the current price, and then take decision to buy or to sell or to hold. So let's take the best case scenario of the market. The market is going up. So if the market is going up, there is a stopping point here, or take profit point, let's put it this way, at the price of plus 1.5%. Now again, I'm just explaining the default strategy. Anyone can change those parameters whenever they want. 1.5%. When it reaches 1.5% above, then this is the time for the bot to trigger the sell order, to sell this order that it starts with here. But it's not going to be selling immediately, because what if the market is going up? Why should I sell here? Why don't I sell the highest point of the market? But how does the bot understand where is the highest point of the market? There is only one parameter that we kept here. It's called take profit retracement. So the market have to retrace down by minus 0.5% to sell. So 0.5%. So that means once it reached to the 1.5% above, this is the time that the bot is made ready now to sell. But don't sell. Just wait for the market and see where the market is moving. If the market's going down, close at minus 0.5%. If the market is going up, just follow the market with an imaginary line of minus 0.5% minus the highest price. So if the market decided to go up, it's going to be following the last price of the market with an imaginary line of 0.5%. So it follows the market until it reaches the highest point, and then when it starts moving down by 0.5%, then it's closing here. So instead of just making 1%, it makes maybe 5%, 10%. We have seen more than 14% in some of the trades. So that's a good case scenario if the market goes up, which is anyone can do it. Anyone, even without a bot, you just buy and wait for the market to go up and then sell. Sure. Then the other side, if the market decided to go sideways, it's going to be like this. It's not going to be a straight line. So again, this up and down of the market is going to be like between 1 to 5%. And guess what? We're working in that range. 1.5% is within that range. So we're buying, selling within that range, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, and make profit for the user. If the market goes down, then this is the disaster. That's what we designed Eazybot to work for on the worst case scenario. So if the market decided to go down, there is a stopping point here at minus 2%. So if it reached minus 2%, then the bot, it's the time for the bot to start buying again into the market. Let me just mention something that I forgot to mention at the beginning here, that what's the value of the order that's been taken at the beginning? It's only 3.39%. We're revising that to 3.35% with a new enhancement of the strategy. Okay. So it takes only 3.39%, and there is logic behind that number I will explain at the end. Okay. So if it starts here, if it stops here, it's the time now for the bot to buy. But again, what if the market is just going down straight? Why should I buy here? Why don't I buy it at the bottom of the market? There is another parameter that we kept into the bot, which is called cover pullback. So the market have to pull back by plus 0.5% before it buys. That means if there is bad news in the market, if there is something affecting the market badly on that specific, after you bought your first trade and the market is going to go down, it's not going to buy anything. It's going to wait for the market to stabilize and move up by 0.5%. Then this will be the point to buy into the market again. Now, the worst case scenario here is that it just hits the minus 2% and goes up by 0.5%, and then it's going to buy here in the market. So how much it's going to buy here is equal amount to the one on the top. Let's call this here. Just for the sake of example, let's call it 1x. 3.39% is 1x. So how much is going to buy here on the second cover or the first cover? It's going to buy again 1x into the market. After it buys the 1x is going to bring our average price or our break-even price. Let's put it this way. The break-even or the average price is going to be somewhere here in the middle because we have equal amount of order. So equal quantity here, equal to this one. So our average price or break-even point is at the middle of those two trades. Right now, the price doesn't have to go up to the initial price plus 1.5% to start the process of selling. You just have to cross the average price by 1.5% and then start all the process of selling, just like I explained earlier here. Just 1.5% and then follow the market until it starts moving down. But what normally happens is that the market takes this trade and then decide to move down. That's very normal here in this market. There is another stopping point at the price of minus 5%. Now this is minus 5%, not from the initial order, minus 5% from the last order which was taken in the market, which is this one. We call it cover one. Here again, the same thing is going to happen. This is the time for us to buy again into the market. But again, it's not going to buy immediately because maybe the market's moving this way. Why should I buy here? I should wait for the market to start stabilizing by going up by 0.5%, then start buying into the market here. And then my average price comes here. But the worst case scenario, again, it just hits the minus 5% and then decided to go up a little bit by 0.5%. Then my next cover is going to be taken here. The value of the second cover here is going to be 2x, 2 times the initial order. In this case, my average price is going to move down because I have bigger quantity at the bottom here and 2 small quantities at the top. So my average price is going to move somewhere here between the first cover and the second cover. So right now, the market doesn't have to go all the way up back again to the initial price plus 1.5% to start selling. It just had to cross the new average price plus 1.5% and then start the process of selling and selling everything, getting out of the market with the USDT and start all over again at this point. What if the market decided to take this cover and then move down? That's also possible, very possible. There is another stopping point at the price of minus 8%. When it goes minus 8% from the last order, then this is the time for the bot to buy into the market one more time. But guess what? Again, the same scenario. It's not going to buy immediately. It's going to wait for the market to stabilize and move up by 0.5%. Then it's going to buy from the market. So if the market really goes down, it's going to wait for the market, follow it with a 0.5% from the last price line. When it goes up, it hit that line, then it's going to buy. So the worst case scenario again is going to hit this minus 8% and then move up, and then you buy here. Then the bot buys here. How much is going to buy this time? Is going to buy 4x, which is 4 times the initial order. Now we have a bigger quantity down. At this point, it's going to buy 4x of the initial order. That means we have bigger quantity down. That will bring our average price or break-even point further down. So let me make it just in different color because this is special. Our last average price is going to be here because we cannot keep on doubling into the market. Our money will not be enough, will not sustain for long. This is the last average price that we're going to take into the market. So this is our average price here. And from there, the market doesn't have to again go back up again to the initial order plus 1.5% because we don't know when it's going to go back there or if it's ever going to go back here. It just had to cross this new average price plus 1.5% and start the process of selling. And what if the market decided just to go like this, move all the way down and then stay down here and never come back up again? Let's take this. This is possible in the crypto, sure. and it can happen. We cannot keep on doubling to the market, like buying to 1x, 2x, and then 4x, and then 16x, and all the way down. The money will be finished very soon, and it will not sustain for so long. So what we did after this order, we call this cover 1, cover 2, cover 3. From cover 4 onwards, we have a kind of a grid bot. That means we're not going to anymore have average price or have cover added to the initial price, and then we take the average price. And every cover is going to be independent. Let me put it in different color here. I'll put it with green color, yeah. So after the minus 8%, we'll have a kind of a grid bot. So we'll have many orders close to each others. Each one is independent, completely independent. It's not going to be related to the previous one and take the average price. Okay, this one is on the top. It will stay on the top for some time.
Now, an experienced trader would look at this and say that the reason why this works from my perspective is markets are fractal. And after impulsive moves, whether it be up or down, there's always that consolidation phase where the market consolidates and you make the money by quickly buying and selling. And I think that's what you're about to explain to us. After this impulsive move, in every market, no matter what it is, this is what happens.
Okay, so those covers here, we meant to make them really close to each other. Like the difference between each cover and the other is as low as 1% approximately. Yeah, they're horizontal and they're a lot, actually, a lot. Actually,
Correct.
we have total 35 covers. That's why we're taking only 3.39% to sustain up to 35 covers all the way down. So this cover 1, cover 2, cover 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, up to 35. And the difference after it crosses the minus 8% here, the cover 3 is going to be very close to each other. So the difference between this and this, for example, is as low as 1%. Remember what I said at the beginning, the market movement, the daily movement between 1 to 5%. So we want to capture any kind of market movements so that we can make profit. But that means this can buy here and then sell here. This one you can buy here and sell here. But then, yes, we're making profit. What about this big trade on the top? We have a big trade on the top here, which is pending. So technically speaking, at this stage, we're waiting. We can make some profit here. But for this one, we need the market to go back up again here, plus 1.5% to close this average price on the top, where we have big quantity. We have 1x, 1x, 2x, 4x. By the way, the quantity that we're using here in all of these covers down here is just 1x, as small as 1x, so that we can cover as much as possible into the market. All of this 1x, 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 1x. So let's take, for example, coming back to this here, the market has to go back here up to the average price that we have here, plus 1.5% to close that big trade. But what if the market decided not to go there and stay here? Possible, right? So we're not controlling the market. So we need to do something for this. And that's what separates us from all other trading bots. Let's take one of those trades, one of those independent trades, and tell you what happens. Okay, let's take, for example, a buy here. This one here, let's say this is a buy. Okay, this is a buy here. And this buy was sold here. So we have a kind of a trade here. Let's say, just for the sake of example, that this specific trade made us a profit of $2 or 2 USDT. So the bot is going to split that amount into 2 equal amounts. The first amount is going to be 50%, which is $1 in this case. And this will be considered as a profit, or will be realized as a profit. Now the second half is going to be again $1 or 1 USDT. This $1 is going to be used to offset this average price and bring it down a little bit. How do we do that? It's just a mathematical equation. I'm going to explain it now in details. Now you have, what do we actually have in this average price here? There are 3 variables. There are 3 variables here. Variable number 1 is the amount of USDT, or the amount of dollars that we spent to buy all of these covers here. This, and this. Let's consider, just as an example, we spent 300 USDT or $300 to buy those covers. So what did we use this money to buy? It's spot trading. So we're buying coins. So let's say the amount of coins that we bought is 0.5 coins. Let's say, what's our average price? Our average price is basically our break-even points, the amount, the price of the coin where I can return all the 300 back and break even. So the simple formula is that we have to divide the amount of money that we spend divided by the number of coins that will bring me back to 0. So in this case, 300 divided by 0.5 is 600. So my average price is 600. That's what I have in this specific trade here in this line. So how am I going to use the $1 here to offset this average price and bring it down? My target here is to bring this average price down as much as possible. So this $1 is used over here. Let me show you exactly how do you use it to bring down the average price. Let's get back again to the mathematics. We have 3 variables, amount of dollar, and then we have coins, and then we have average price. The amount of dollars here, we're going to change it. It's going to be 300 minus the profit that we made. So 300 minus 1, which is the half of the profit that we're using to bring down the average price. 300 minus 1 is going to be 299. So this have changed. Here. So what about the number of coins? Did they change? No, because we have bought that coins, we are holding that coins. It's with us. So 0.5 coins remains the same. What else is going to change is the average price with the same formula. The average price is the same formula. The amount of money divided by the coins. So the amount of money have changed is 299 at this time divided by 0.5. So it's 598. So what did just happened is that the average price moved down a bit from 600 to 598.
And that's the key.
Yes. And
That's
guess what?
the key to the whole thing.
Yeah. Another trade happens, it moves down further.
Right.
Another trade happens, it moves down further. So it keeps on moving down, And guess what? Those small trades could happen multiple times a day because the market's moving. It's just 1% or 1.5% up and down. The market is moving. And when the market goes down, it's more volatile than the top. And then you end up making more trades. And then the average price is going to move down and down and down and down and down. Until eventually, this average price is going to come and meet up with the current market price at any point of time, and then goes above that by 1.5%, close the whole cycle, sell the whole coins, get out the money, the USDT plus the profit, and then start all over again at this point of the market. A question here. We have a couple of small open orders at the top. What happened to that? Are we going to leave them alone? No. We programmed the bot is that as soon as this average price matches with one of the open orders, it combines this order as well along with the average price and move the whole thing down. Then it reaches to the next one, then combine everything together. So it doesn't leave anything behind. It takes everything down. And then eventually it's going to close. Either the market goes back up again faster and meet with it in the midway, or just stays down there and the average price moves down and reach to the current market price and then close it with profit and start all over again.
Right. So the key here is if you're in the drawdown, just let it do its thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait for it. Let it do the work. And if it takes a month, that's fine. At the end, you're not selling your coins with a loss. It's still working. And with the new enhancements, it's going to be even further, much better. Yeah. I can even give a little bit of information about the enhancement that we're doing.
Yeah, please.
Right now, this model is working perfectly. Everyone is happy with it, but there is a little bit of issues here that we have. It's not an issue, actually. It's something that could be enhanced. Let me put it this way. In this area here, let's consider this kind of market movement. Let me just grab the pen here. Let's say the market decided to behave in a different way. Let's say the market came here and then took this order and then went down and then took this order. And we have a 5% here. Let's say it decided to fluctuate within this 5% for some time, for a week or two, then the bot's not going to do anything. It's going to wait for the market to come down to buy or to go up and sell. And let's say it crossed this and it took this cover here again, and then it crossed this line and then it went down. Here between this and this, we have 8%. So if the market also decided to just stay here for some time within this 8%, then the bot is going to be kind of silent. It's not going to sell anything in loss, but it's not going to also make any profit during this time. So what we did in the new enhancement, which is about to get released, by the way, we added some independent covers between the average covers here. Like, for example, here between the -2 and -5, we added 2 independent covers. One here and get this, one here and one here. So if the market decided to move within that small area of 5% up and down for weeks, we don't mind, because the bot is going to be buying and selling those orders. And between this cover 2 and cover 3, which is 8%, we have added 3 independent covers. One cover here, let me just put it into this chart, one, and then we have another one in here, and then we have another one in here. So if the market decided to move this way, then we'll have many orders happening here. See, buy, sell. It's going to cross these lines and buy and sell until it goes down and hits with the average price, and then it's going to buy. Once it buy cover 4, it's going to combine all of the trades on the top into one trade in an average price. But what we're doing here is we're getting use of this wasted time while the market decided to move within these two lines for quite long. And we have seen some bots that are silent for a week or 2 weeks because the market price was just between those two prices.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
So
that also leads to another point that I wanted to bring up is that EasyBot has a free plan where you could run one bot for free, but it's
bots.
most effective there is a profit sharing on that. I believe it's 30/70, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So 70% goes to the customer and 30% goes to EasyBot as use of the bot. But if you want to be most effective, you want to deploy as many bots as you can to capture as much as the market as you can, which will decrease the time for you to make the most amount of profits. Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's right. Actually, it's 2 coins for the free account. It's not one.
Oh, two. Okay.
Yeah.
So
People can trade 2 coins just to have a test drive. Let's put it this way, and they can use that test drive forever. We don't mind. But the people who have bigger, let's say, capital to trade, or even not necessarily the people who have big capital to trade, even the people who have a small capital to trade, they would want to diversify. Because look at the market today, for example. There are some coins that are plus 10%. There are some coins which are minus 10%. So if some coins are not doing well today, the other coins will do good for you. And I'm going to share a chart also of one of the accounts that we've been following since the beginning, and you will see the difference of results that different coins have given. Because in that
Okay.
account, we use all the coins, and you will see between 3% up to 30%.
okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, but that's the market. I mean, you cannot control the market. You cannot say which coin is going to be performing better tomorrow. Yes, there is historical data, but that's never a guarantee. You never know, because we can only serve the wave. We cannot create the wave.
So Mohammed, tell me, what do you have here?
Well, here we have, this is a table of a real account that has been trading since I think 19th of May. We've been following this account, and every week we're showing the results of how it works. The idea is not to promise percentages, but mainly to show diversifying into many coins is the best. Because look at this here. Look at it, for example. Let's look at 29th of August. Look at Bitcoin, BTC USDT. It have made as low as 3.92%. It's still big profit for 100 days, 102 days. But look at this coin here, Matic. It made 28.39%. And Uni have made 27%. You have Ethereum made 11%. You have this coin here, ETC made 20%. You have XRP made 9%. 15% for Link, and so on and so forth. So the idea here is that, did I know that Matic is going to be my best performer? Definitely no. I just put it in all the coins and let it run. Because no one can know. We can analyze the market. We can make our technical analysis. We can make our news analysis. We can do whatever we want. But at the end, we cannot control the market movement. And we cannot know for sure where the market is going or what's going to be the next movement of the market. So spread the funds among as many coins as possible, and then let the bot do whatever it wants to do. So
and that's the key, because this is real trading. So this
Yep.
is real trading going on in each individual's trading account. It goes on my trading account because you're linked to my Binance.us account, and I got the bots running. And these are the real results. And you can see it. There's nothing going on here. This is really what's going on. As verified, I log into Binance and I see these are the results.
Right, exactly. And keep in mind also the capital plus the profit remains in your Binance. And if you can analyze that, you can see the Binance reports and everything. It's all very transparent. All the trades that you can see in Eazybot within Eazybot, it's just a mirror reflecting what's happening in the Binance. It's not having that actual money, but showing you the numbers of how much you have made. A very important notice here is that if you have an open cycle, let it close before if you want to withdraw any profit or anything, let it close the cycle, which is open first. Because maybe you have some trades which are already open within the cycle. Unless it closes all the trades, then you cannot realize the whole profit. You can realize part of it, but you cannot realize the whole profit, because
Right.
definitely you have trades ongoing.
And I think that's the most difficult thing for someone that's new, especially someone that's active in crypto, is that if you have all your money coming into USDT, because this is a USDT trading bot, so it is trading with a stable coin, which I love, so especially right now. So it's trading USDT, so you kind of have to keep track of how much you have in each bot or allocated, because if you have a bot running for, let's say, $600 on Matic, and you have $1,000 come in to your Binance account from wherever else, you have to make sure when you withdraw that you leave enough so that bot could run. So you just have to keep cognizant in your mind as a user that I have this allocated for this bot. It's running right now. It has open trades, and I can't really mess with it, which is probably the biggest hazard of running a bot like this is forgetting that, hey, I got to leave this amount in my account to have it open to let the bot create profit. Because if there's no capital in your trading account, then it can't do anything.
Right, and guess what? We're even trying to resolve this because remember the name, it's Eazy Bot. We try to make it as easy as possible to the people. And we're working on kind of reporting that shows the people in their front page or the dashboard, show them that how much is in the USDT is being used and how much should be free by now for the bot to use. So people can compare how much they have in their Binance and how much. And actually the bot have the feature also to read how much USDT you have in your Binance and how much you're supposed to have to cover all of these bots that you have opened.
Yeah, that'll be great because I was about to have my wife open up a Binance account just for Eazy Bot, so I could just go in there and just have it go.
That's coming. It's not very close, but it's coming on the way.
Okay, I'll look out for that. We'll do another video when that comes out. Everyone will be happy.
Sure.
So I know now that you're dropping alpha on the landing and we're getting all this new information, I know that there is a new feature coming out to handle a 90% drop in the market. Can you tell us about that? Are you allowed? I guess you are allowed. You're in charge, so you could do what you want.
Let me just get the Excel sheet of that. Okay, so this is what I've just explained on the whiteboard. This is the new enhancement that we have. Two covers here. These yellow covers are independent covers, and here we're realizing 100% of the profit on those two covers. And between the previously cover 2 and cover 3, we had 8%. Within that 8%, we're adding 3 covers here. So those are independents, and if the market fluctuates within that range, it's going to buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell multiple times and make profit. However, 50% of the profit is going to be here at this stage, used to pull down the average price of the top trades so that it can close as soon as possible and start all over again. So when the market goes down, it gets into this independent zone. We just did a little bit of modification of the numbers. And the bottom line that what we want to know here is that it covers up to or minimum of 51%, 50.94%, which is about 51%. But because of the feature that we have, cover pullback is not going to be exactly 50%. It's going to be more than 50%. In some cases, 60, 70% or even more, just for this part of the strategy. And we looked also at the worst case scenario, that what if the market is really going down and you have consumed all of these covers here and the market kept on moving down? What happens at that time? Technically speaking, you will have to wait for the market to come up again here and start selling those orders that was bought at this area and then start buying and selling, buying and selling. But as long as the market is down here below the 50% or 60 or 70% after taking the cover 38, there is nothing. So in the past, what we have done when this happens is we just added more covers, and you need to add to your capital that you assign to this. But it's very confusing because you don't know how much would be the value of your next order. You just add money blindly, and then in 2 or 3 covers, then it all gets consumed, then you have to add again. So what we decided to do is add a feature called MCR, Market Crash Recovery, MCR. So once you activate that market crash recovery feature, then it will ask you how much funds do you have right now, how much USD you have not right now. So it will make the best use of that amount, whether it's $100, whether it's $1,000, whether it's $10,000, to use it into the down market. So this is a whole new bot opened within that bot at the lower market called the MCR, the Market Crash Recovery. So all of the covers that we have here, or all the orders that we have here, are independent orders. Total, we have 41 orders, and that sustains up to 90% of the market. Actually, more than 90% because we have the pullback and we have this kind of movement. So it would be more than 90%, but minimum 90%.
Wow.
So, but let's take this example. Let's say you've started trading with 1,000 in this area here, and once it hits the cover 38, all the money have been consumed. So right now you have only, let's say, 100 or 200. You just put the 100 and 200, and then it's not going to take a percentage of that amount anymore in the MCR. It's going to take as a value. If it's a Binance, it's going to be taking $15 per order all the way down, unless your amount is more than 552, which I have here. So 500, if your amount is more than 552, it's going to be taken as a percentage.
Okay.
In the first 20 covers is going to be 2.5%, and in the second one here is going to be 2%.
Gotcha.
So it's going to pay for more. So it depends. Whatever money that you have, you want to get use of the down market, you just put it here into the budget of the balance of the MCR, and then it works the way you want it. So if the amount is lesser, it's programmed this way. If the amount is lesser than 552, then it takes as value. It doesn't take as percentage. If the amount cross the 552, is going to be taken as percentage so that you can get more use of that. Because if you have 1,000, for example, instead of having it just $15, it's going to be maybe 20 plus, or 25 or 30, or even more than this. So you get more, a bigger, let's say bigger cover or bigger trade that makes more profit, that helps your average price to come down faster and then close the whole cycle in faster pace. Here in the first range here, we have 50% is used to pull down the average price. Here in this range in the MCR, we use 90% to pull down the average price, because the market is already bad, it's already down, we want to close as soon as possible. So you realize only 10% of the profit, and 90% is used to pull down the average price. So it's possible that this average price here goes down and crosses all of these and get closed within the MCR range here. That's all possible, because at the end, you're just following the market. If the market decided to stay here forever, that's fine. All these trades are going to be pulled down and get closed here, and then it starts all over here, all over again in this place here in the middle of the MCR, which is maybe 80% down, maybe 70% down, maybe 90% down. You never know. So the bot is now ready to handle all the kind of market scenarios, except if all the crypto market decided to crash, go to zero.
Yeah, sure. And the beauty of this thing that I think a lot of traditional traders look at indicators, and they say they're going to buy and sell based on an indicator, and they're going to, which is what I've taught so far. I really didn't go into the money management aspect of it, but essentially what this bot does is leverage the money management aspect of the market to create profit, which is another way to do it, which is how a lot of larger organizations will do it, because they're not looking at the RSI, they're not looking at the MACD or a moving average. This is a completely different way to do it. And it's not something that you're going to sit there with a spreadsheet and place all these orders and you could do manually, because you would have to be a robot to do it. You would need a bot to do it. And if you want to take advantage of this, it's Eazy Bot. It's done for you. Mohammed figured it all out. He has the spreadsheets and he's ready to go, which leads me, Mohammed, to another point. Now, you do offer 2 bots for free, and all it is 30% of the profit is all that Eazy Bot asks for you using their bot for free. And if you want up to 10 bots, it's $250 per year.
Yes.
Now, when I first got involved, I thought it was 200. Now, this is no joke. I thought it was 250 a month. and these guys,
you know what? Even if we sell it with that price, it would definitely get customers. But we want to really adapt as many people as possible to really start using the bot and start creating some income, because we know, I'm not a trader. All of this RSI and moving average sounds Chinese to me, what you mentioned just now. I'm not a trader. I'm just a regular person, but I know a little bit of numbers. I understood how the bot works, and then I came up with this based on the worst case scenario. So anyone can use it. Literally, I'll tell you a story that I was talking to someone over WhatsApp the other day. He had a problem. He wanted to join Eazy Bot, but I told him, come on Zoom, let's discuss. He said, what is Zoom? He doesn't know what Zoom is. And he was able to start trading, So it's literally for everyone.
And the thing is if you want to sign up, there is a link in the description. You need a referral link to sign up. Now, I know some YouTubers out there that I've watched do Eazy Bot. They're like, oh, why do these guys have a referral system? It doesn't make any sense to me. These people have no concept of Wall Street and the market of finance. Everybody on Wall Street works on a commission. It's how things get promoted. It's how things get done. It's called capitalism. There has to be an incentive for people to promote a certain product or a certain venture. And the way that these guys are designing this is for the very long term, and they want capital. They make no lies about it. They have big plans and they want capital. And the best way to get capital is to have an influx of money from people promoting. And that's what the Eazy Bot referral system is all about. It's about generating capital so they could do the things that they need to do that Mohammed outlined towards the beginning. I know they have big plans, and big plans cost a lot of money. So I'm really happy to present this on the channel. I'm in it personally. We've signed up hundreds of people already from the previous video I did, which you should go back and watch because it explains how to sign up and whatnot. We're talking about it in my community. They're doing videos every week. And if you want to refer people to it, there's a way to make an additional income stream, which is great. It's a win-win situation. And so far, from everything I'm seeing, everyone's been so happy with this in a down market. It's making money. And you have the opportunity to make money along with me, with everybody in the Eazy Bot community, and to take advantage of the genius of Muhammad Ali. So I wanted to just take a moment and thank Muhammad for being with us today. And I'm so happy he was here, so happy he took out the time from his busy day to explain how Eazy Bot worked for my audience. I'll be doing regular updates in our community on Eazy Bot. Mohammed and David and Coach do weekly updates, weekly Zoom calls. If you have any specific questions, you could ask them, you could ask me. Everybody's been so helpful and so nice in the community. And again, I want to thank Mohammed. Thanks for coming by, and hopefully we'll have you again soon.
Sure thing. Anytime, whenever you need.